Caine as Dumbledore.
Michael Caine is Dumbledore.
I don't know. I'd have to think and like plan on that one, especially as a micro impression.
Just start with Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. Welcome to Hogwarts.
There we go. There it is.
What do you have to call him, a dirty little something or other before he died?
I feel like you call him cheeky.
I'm sorry, you guys haven't seen Kingsman, have you?
I've seen Kingsman, yes.
I
have-
haven't. Spoilers.
Here's all that you need to know. They're British, they're fancy, and manners are matter.
All right.
Yeah. Because man,
Oh, and also never trust an umbrella when it's pointed at you.
Ooh, yeah.
We learned that from the Penguin, though.
True.
And on that note, we're gonna get into roll 20 with Storm King's Thunder once again.
Oh, you ready for the intro? Because we did our soft opening already.
Oh, I figured as much.
Cold opening. We don't want soft openings. That's,
It was a soft cold opening.
It was horribly flaccid and massive amounts of shrinkage.
See, when you say soft, it makes Mike do that.
It's a soft cold opening, like a yogurt, straight from the fridge.
Fought giants, almost died, killed some townsfolk. What do you want to do?
Wait, we killed townsfolk?
No, that wasn't us.
No, we just refused
I
to save them.
I failed, not refused.
Failed.
Fought giants, got ass kicked. What more do you want?
Or it finally went down.
Yep.
I believe we left off. Danvers was like running around to see what happened to the town.
Yeah, I went to like assess the damage to the town, and then I was helping amass bodies for interment. Is that the word?
Sure, why not? Well, I get a new set of dice out because having a set missing dice will drive me nuts.
Hey, so Rock, I think you guys would need a new sheriff, and I'm not sure how to post the job because all the old sheriffs are not able to answer the question.
Expired.
Did we get him medical attention? I think he was asleep. Yes? No, he was okay.
No, he's up.
Yeah.
I fixed him.
I fixed him.
But all right, new sheriff, let's go.
I imagine you have to actually be from here.
What?
It would definitely help.
Oh,
Fuck
you want a
you, cat.
sheriff who's present?
Yes. Unless you plan to stay.
No, I don't.
I think we have a few questions for Sirach, maybe about this artist Simber individual. Maybe where we can find him, or find people that know what the Ring of Winter has to do with the Ordning, or what the Ordning is,
That would be good.
and why it matters.
So whoever wants to, if you're trying to figure out where
Well, we wanted to.
Sirius goes, make a perception check as you're walking through town with dead bodies.
I got a 16.
Someone tell me what my perception is. 23.
Probably +1.
Plus 1?
Really, fucking cat? Am I gonna have to throw your retarded ass out of the room? Should duct tape him out there. Okay. As you guys are making your way from this southwesterly gate, and you make it to about stupid thing. You make note that right about here, Sirik splits off and heads towards this locale here.
The temple?
Four. Yes, the temple. Which, as you all remember, is the House of the Triad. It is the largest place of worship, and it is the only one that truly deserves to be called a temple. It is an impressive stone edifice built by the dwarves of Kelvin's Cairn. It stands about halfway between the southwest gate and the central market. It honors the three gods known as the Triad: Tyr, the god of justice; Torm, the god of courage and self-sacrifice; and Ilmater, the god of endurance and in the face of suffering. And that was thanks to Bearfane.
Speaking of Bearfane, Dad, haven't you had characters that followed every one of those deities?
Knew there was a reason they sounded familiar.
So you are aware that is where he has split off to. As you guys approach the sheriff's former office, which is over here at B6, this is the town hall. It is the largest building that borders the central square. Seems to be reserved for communal gatherings of various events, holy days, elections, stuff like that. You guys make note as you approach, though, that it seems to be full of refugees. People who have moved to the center of town and taken shelter in this strong stone building.
I think we probably need to say something to him to calm him down. And, I don't know about you guys, but I think I would be the last person to be helpful in that situation.
As you all approach, though, you do see one individual dressed slightly better than the other that seems to be orchestrating the movement of the refugees in and out of the town hall, coordinating what remains of the city guard, and generally holds themselves with an air of authority.
I'd like to, when we find this person, go up and introduce myself.
Okay.
As
As you
basically, I just like walk up when they look like they're in between tasks, and say, "I'm Danvers. If there's anything that I or my group can do to help out during this time, please don't hesitate to let us know."
Okay. As you walk up, you see a late 30s woman. She has a very kind of stoic face, about shoulder-length brown hair. She has a fur wrapped around her neck and is in a dark blue overcoat with some gold embellishings on it. She looks at you and goes, "Danvers, who are you, and why do I care that you are here to help? I know nothing of you. And what can your group do for me?"
Um, Myself and my traveling companions were the group that fought with Sheriff Markham, or sorry, yeah, Sheriff Southwell, and defeated the giants outside the southwest gate.
Okay, you wouldn't happen to know the fate of the sheriff at the moment, would you? I have yet to see him since the end of the attack.
Unfortunately, Sheriff Southwell and Augrek Brighthelm both lost their lives laying it down for the city.
Oh, that is a horrible shame to hear.
Very unfortunate.
Well, what is your group capable of? Maybe I can find some use for you.
Well, we killed all the giants.
We are very good at making it look like there's still a standing force here. as you guys get yours back on its feet.
Well, we are a rather hardy and stout people. I'm sure, as with the weather here, we will make it through this event with little to no issue. I am very proud of the way my people handle adversity and have carved a life out for themselves here.
That's great. How's their ability to live in a cold area stack up against more frost giants who want to attack them? Now, I don't know a lot about the taller the Mies, but if they follow almost every other species, group, faction, this is their cursory party. When they don't answer back, people are going to investigate. And when they find dead giants right outside your gate, they'll be like, I wonder if they had something to do about it.
Maybe it would be good to sort of display the dead giants outside the gates as a warning.
I mean, would it be seen as a warning, a caution, or something to antagonize?
I could write a sign in giant that says this is a warning.
I'm kind of with Ogilvy, even as a warning. The corpses of frost giants and a sign that says this is a warning might be viewed more as a declaration of war than a true warning. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
It is Duvessa Shane. I am the speaker of Grinshander.
Madam Speaker, if there are any injured or infirmed, either myself or my dwarf companion Bearfane may be able to help in that department, so you have more able bodies to recover with. If there's anything else that comes up, just let us know. I think we'll be in town for at least a day or two.
So, I do have a question for you all at the moment. Seeing as the giant attack is kind of an oddity, what do you think spurred it on?
They were looking for someone who,
Has something of theirs?
yeah, someone not in the city.
Very odd. I wonder what drew him here then.
Something about blood, right?
No, they said they're looking for some guy, and that they had the ring of winners.
Right, but they said there was some sort of blood magic. Or magic about blood. I think it was here. Right?
Like, oh, my head hurts.
The blood of the guy they were looking for.
I think that's something that we can handle internally, Madam Speaker.
Alright, well, as you can see, there are a good number of my guards that are currently wounded here in the town hall. If you wouldn't mind tending to them, it would be greatly appreciated, and I may have a job for you here shortly. Just let me get my ducks in a row and we'll go from there.
How long do we have to wait?
We don't have to stay, right?
No, I'm
Not
sure I can
standing
send
here.
somebody to find you.
Okay. Then I stand up off the ground.
How would you guys feel about kind of splitting our focus here? Bearfane, the speaker said something about, no, I think he's still having audio issues.
Well, we can take a minute while those get rectified.
Hey, by the way, Scott, what's today's sponsor of the week?
Today's sponsor is
Rondo, it's what plants crave.
El Coyote Kojo. Coho? I don't know how to talk languages.
Can you hear us now, Dan?
My phone decided to kick back to Wi-Fi, and I lost everybody.
Oh, okay. Um. Well, as I was saying, I can stay here in the square in the town hall and tend to some of the wounded guardsmen. Bearfane, if you want to stay with me, you can. If you want to go with this other group that I'm going to propose, that's fine too. Noticed Serac duck into the temple of the Triad. I think that we definitely have some questions for him about why the blood magic led them to him, essentially, and what kind of things we can maybe do to find his father, or whoever might know some things about him or the Ring of Winners, like Ogilvy said.
Well, I don't get the feeling that he's going anywhere anytime soon. So if you want to just have us all stay here, do what we can for these people, and then we all go find him, that's another option.
That's certainly an option. I didn't want to. I don't know what Ogilvy or Kaz feel they can offer. I'm not saying they don't have anything to offer, but if they didn't want to stick around, then that's something that they could do.
Capable. So if you want the two, we'll split. Us two stay here and they go.
We can do that. Do you guys feel comfortable with that?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like, to be honest, just being out here has given me brain freeze, and not at all the amount of thoughts going through my noodle.
All right.
All right. I have faith that you two will find some answers or some clues.
Is that I thought?
What's that?
What was Ogilvy?
Oh, you know those one of the things where you want to tell somebody that you're going to do it, but you know very, very well that you do not have the skills involved at all to do it? That's the...
Okay, so you're acknowledging the words without making promises.
I mean, you made it super awkward right now, because I had to explain what this was all about.
'Cause I didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah.
In his defense, he's not really from the Sword Coast.
Alright, here's the deal. Do you think I'm the best at, like, reading social cues?
Not at all.
Or,
It's one of your most
or like,
endearing qualities.
or like being able to determine, this is probably a clue?
Well, that's why I'm not sending you alone.
Stand there and
I-
look like it'll hurt anyone who doesn't answer these questions that Kaz is going to. That's your best feature.
There's definitely value in that, yeah, Bearfane.
Yeah. Alright, so we've decided then. I'm going to find a clue.
Yes. And remember, clues have paw prints on them.
And
I feel like this should go
Like,
without
yeah.
saying, but I'm going to say it anyway, Ogilvy. Please do as little damage as possible. Only what's
I rolled
absolutely necessary.
I rolled an 8 on the insight check on all clues have paw prints.
Should I roll deception?
if you want to,
9 plus something.
All clues have paw prints. Now that narrows it down a lot, and I get onto my hands and knees and I start trudging along looking for paw prints.
That's the story how
That'll keep
Oakley accidentally tracked a bear.
Are they blue also?
I didn't tell him that.
Oaks clues, Oaks clues.
Oaks clues. So I'm just gonna use like my my spell slots for cure wounds and my lay on hand points, those first, to try to get us through as many of the wounded guards and anyone who was hurt in the bombardment.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd like to use the lay on hand points and then the spell slots after, if possible, and I will use all of them for the day for helping people.
Okay, well, as Ogilvy and Kaz go off in their pursuit of paw print clues.
Actually, I just realized that we haven't taken a long rest, and I don't have any of that stuff I just said.
Yeah, not yet, anyways.
I'm essentially out of spells.
Danvers attempts to cast magic and is surprisingly impotent.
Well, I do have 2 first level spell slots.
As the time is wearing on, guards are getting themselves squared away, bandaged up, heading out. Some of them returning to their posts. Multiples ask about, the status of the town and, people of importance like the sheriff and so on and so forth. And you can tell there's a little bit of disheartening being told that, well, individuals have died. But as you're doing your rounds, Duvessa does walk back up to the both of you and goes, may I have a moment of your time?
This is Danvers and Bearfane, right?
Yes, Danvers and Bearfane.
I obviously I say yes. I did want to say though that like to the people who like we're doing the healing on and people who seem to despair at the news of some of the deaths and things like that, Danvers says to them to basically to give as much as they can to the people around them and depend on their neighbors for the rest. I also introduce myself to every one of them. It's like first thing.
Danvers, savior of Brinchander. Danvers, savior of Brinchander.
There's no titles involved. I don't even have a last name.
Now it's Savior of Brinchander.
Mm-hmm.
No, his last name is.
Danvers, people die under my watch all the time.
I'm a bane to your existence. Nice to meet you.
I may be cursed.
So she has walked up to you and asked for a moment of your time.
Wanna skeptically, because she seems a little too lofty for me, and I'm not talking about the fact that she's normal and I'm a giant or I'm a dwarf. She just seems a little stuck up in the air to me, but I'll stand there and listen to her. By the way, I can see your nostril hairs from down here.
It's the dwarf lie detector. Does this
Good
person
old
have
dwarven
bats in the cave or not?
hospitality.
Because nobody worth trusting has a clean nose.
Up in there, like waving as you're breathing. Yeah, you need to take care of that.
Oh, wonderful dwarven humor. Well, I was wondering if you could do me a favor and head southward for me and check on my aunt. Happens to be my father's sister, and she happens to be the captain of the ship known as the Dancing Wave. Her name is Inirba Coldwater, and I will be writing you a letter to provide you passage and accommodations as you see fit for the efforts that you have done here. But I haven't heard from her in a while and was just curious if you would mind stopping in and checking on her.
What was the name of that ship again?
The Dancing Wave.
And you said she was the captain of it?
Yes.
Okay. And her first name was what? Minerva?
Inerva. Inirva.
Okay.
So, as you check in on her, she should be able to provide you transportation up and down the Sword Coast, and, well, free of charge, and give you room, board, whatever you need during your travels, so you don't have to worry about that.
You said you were going to provide a letter?
Yes.
Okay. How far south are we talking?
Well, she is currently ported out of Waterdeep, last I knew. At least her last letter said.
That's pretty far south.
Well, I mean, we don't have much in the way of calm, peaceful sailing waters up here above the spine of the world, so...
That's true.
To do this for you and send us away and not be concerned with this ring that this person is supposed to have that Giants came looking here for.
Well, it's not like we are unknown to the rest of the world. We have adventurers coming in, day out, and, well, you are a capable bunch, so I figured if anybody could do something as pedestrian as guarding a town, it wouldn't be you lot. You seem way more capable than that.
I would have thought so too, but giants are definitely nothing to fuck with. Madam Speaker, can we get back to you on that? I think, Beerfane, you think we should probably talk with the other guys, see if that's something they're interested in. I know Kaz was kind of hesitant to do something like that to bring us up here in the first place.
Yeah, I agree.
So can we get back to you tomorrow?
Sure, it'll give me time to write up that letter for you all.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, now we'll kick back over to the other two, to Kaz and Ogilvy. So you guys are strolling through town in the freezing cold wind, snotsicles falling from Ogilvy's nose, you know, the usual shit. You guys make your way to the temple, and as you enter, it's a little warmer than the outside. There are braziers lit, and, you know, a couple hearths along the walls that are lit to try and make the stone building feel a little more welcoming. There are stained glass windows of the various gods and statues, and so on and so forth. It seems a little more busy than what you guys seen when you first entered the town. There are more people here praying and spending their time. There are a good number of, well, not a good number, a decent number of priests and acolytes wandering around the temple, checking on people, offering prayers, so on and so forth. And Cyric happens to be one of these that is currently moving around and doing what is necessary of his duties here.
I couldn't find any ball prints. Also, do I have any dirt on my face?
No, just keep an eye out. Let's approach Sirac.
Alright. As you approach, he, takes pause and looks at you and goes, well, it's good to see that y'all survived. It was a little hairy out there, and I appreciate y'all bringing me back a couple times. I would prefer not to die. It's a shame about the sheriff and the deputy, though.
Yes, I'm sorry if they were friends of yours. was, dangerous for all of us. We're glad at least one of the townspeople fighting with us was able to survive.
Well, if you're here for some spiritual comfort, I can definitely facilitate that for you. This is my home after all, and these are the people I need to take care of, so...
We actually had a few questions from what those giants were saying before they attacked.
Let's take a step out of the way. Yes.
So-
Ripping the band-aid over here. Did you know anything to which they were referring to?
Well, I know my father's name. I know a little bit of the history behind him. That's about it.
So-
Check.
All right.
I'm kidding.
Nope, do it. Do it if you're cool.
17.
He is being forthright and honest, best you can tell.
Alright, we wasted 10 seconds for a stupid joke.
So Artis Simber is your father.
Arts Climber? Or Simber? Simber, fucking hell. English, motherfucker, do you speak it? Yes,
I'm a motherfucker.
AC.
yes, he is my father.
And have you heard of this ring that they were asking for?
Nah, he had a number of possessions when I was a wee tot, but I mean, I haven't seen him since I was, fresh out of diapers, so I don't know nothing about a ring he had in particular.
So even about like stories that you may have heard about him since.
Well, picked up a few here and there. I heard that supposedly he's immortal. That he's unable to die for some reason.
What makes people think that?
Well, apparently he's been through all kinds of scrapes and through some hairy situations and came out the other side no worse for wear.
Have you heard anything about where he might be now, or where the most recent story you may have heard?
Last I heard, he was traveling south, and that was a good number of years ago. And well, haven't heard nothing since. It's like he's dropped off the radar. Nobody's been speaking of my immortal father that's been coming up these ways.
Does it make you immoral?
Immortal.
Oh, sorry.
Well, seeing as I came up here to try and get away from everything and was gonna be a fisherman and found religion while I was here, I'd say I'm not so immoral anymore. And
Okay. Look, sorry, it's part of my dialect. I speak a language called Uncommon.
hold on, I got a thought. Speaking to you, an orc.
Oh, hello there.
It's one of the odd skills I got.
Very, very impressive, Mr. Fisher Priest.
Fisher Priest.
Figure this may help with the communication problem here and there.
Okay, cool. Are you also immortal?
No, not that I've known. I've been aging just like everybody else.
Okay, cool. Have you seen any paw prints around?
No.
Alright, I feel like I've just embarrassed myself, so can we just both laugh at the same time to make it seem like Kaz is the butt of the joke?
Sure. Ha
Alright.
ha ha.
Good one.
He's just giving Kaz that nervous kind of side eye, like, what the fuck are you into?
I don't like this.
Don't worry,
Um,
don't worry. I'll explain it on the way home.
So back to what we were talking about. Is there anything particular about do you know anything about the sort of magic that they might have used to find your father? Did that sound familiar?
Well, I know there is some magics out there that allow you to track bloodlines and such. Maybe that's what this is tied to, that since I share some of his bloodline, that they just pinged off of me instead of him because, well, I was closer.
Is there any chance that there is something particular in his blood and in yours that is related to him being called immortal? Because if you did not notice, you took some heavy hits and did not seem to die.
Well, that was thanks to y'all and your fancy magics. I'm just a simple acolyte of the temple here, and, you know, by the grace of the gods, y'all were there to pick me back up.
Does your father have friends?
Not that I know of. I mean, he abandoned me and my mother, so what do you expect? He doesn't seem much like the social family friend type. Though, actually thinking about it here, and y'all mentioned a ring, I do remember right before he left, he found this. Well, he pulled out this ring, and it created this kind of almost snowscape around him for a good distance. He did it right before he left. Give me a parting gift of sorts.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having a psychic vision. Oh, there's a dead sorcerer in the Tomb of Annihilation campaign that has that ring.
So your father, before he left, was there anything unusual about him while he was just your father? Was it just when he left and you found, he had made this snowscape? Was that the first time anything sort of unusual
Well,
happened? Or
my mother kept telling me that he'd get into conversations with himself and have arguments with himself, like something was talking to him, but there was nothing there. He'd get himself into all kinds of tussles and walk out the other side, no worse for wear. He was very protective of one ring in particular that seemed to have a kind of blue gemstone set into it. Best I can figure, that was the one that he used to create that snowscape. So maybe that's the ring them giants are looking for.
and was that the first time that he had done something sort of magical?
Well, no, he was always of the magical persuasion. This was out of the norm for him. He was, more of just kind of your run-of-the-mill wizard type.
What was his coolest spell?
Well, he could create a big old ball of fire,
Go on.
detonate, scorch everything in the area, and, well, left charred remains in turn.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And did you hear of when stories started coming out about him being immortal? Were there stories about where he might have learned that?
We really seem to know where that's come from. But, I mean, if he's been around for a good long while, if I remember correctly, my mother says that she remembers seeing someone who resembled him when she was a child. So, I mean, he's been around for a while if he really is immortal. Could have just been one of his kin, though.
And you said no friends that you're aware of. Were there any sort of associates of any kind in the stories?
He really tried to keep to himself, if I remember from the stories. He didn't really travel with nobody. He didn't really, pay no mind to anybody. Y'all got me thinking. I was wondering if y'all could do me a favor. I got a letter from my father once saying if I ever came into any trouble that there's a family called the Roaring Horns in Waterdeep that could offer me some kind of aid ever needed. He said they owed him a favor. And, Well, this being my family up here, I don't want to put them in any more trouble with those giants seeming to be tracking his bloodline. If y'all could escort me at least part of the way there, I would greatly appreciate it.
I think we would probably be open to that. We'll just have to discuss with the rest of our group.
I'm just looking for a short little jaunt down to Luskin, if you don't mind. I'm sure I could arrange a ship southward for myself from there.
Right. Again, I feel like that will be fine, but we thus far have sort of made decisions as a collective.
Collective -1.
Would you happen to have maybe a picture of your father?
See what I got. He steps away for a little bit and let me actually see if they gave me one. If not, I'll pull one up.
What was the name of that family? The Roar?
The Roaring Horn. The Roaring Horns.
The rural jurors.
Let me... Come on, give me what I need. And it's gonna be stupid. Hold on a second. Have to pull this up because things are a pain in my ass. But it comes back in a few minutes with this image that should pop up here shortly on the screen. Shrink that down a little bit so it looks a little better.
So he hands me this.
This kind of portrait of him. He's like, this is the last image I had of my father that my mother gave me before she passed, saying if I ever saw him, give him a good slap for her.
Very good.
All right. I don't know if this question's been asked already, but
While he's
why-
doing that, I'm like sketching while he's talking, like trying to copy that.
why in the world would the giants come here searching for a ring that's not in this town because it's in the possession of a man who's never been here?
His blood, Ogilvy. They said that they found his blood, so this is his son. Same blood.
You're asking me to explain the inner workings of giant folk? I
Yes.
don't seem to be the type that is able to do that.
Do it.
He is pretty short.
They want something and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get it.
So then, if that's the case,
Can I just a piece of advice? I guess you are leaving town, which is good for the town if this is how the giants are tracking him. But maybe try to find someone who knows how you might be able to
change your blood.
shield your blood in some way.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure magics of that persuasion cost a pretty penny, and well, as you see, I'm just a simple acolyte of a temple.
Like I said,
Oh.
maybe you could do some sort of religious favors.
Hold up. I got this. And I take my finger and I just put it right underneath his nose. Like, no, if there's only way to make this look more real, I think we got it.
Thinking about it, even if I don't make it to Waterdeep, y'all might want to check out that Roaring Horn family. I hear they got some connections with the world at large and people of magical persuasion. You know, maybe they'll be able to help y'all in whatever quest you're on. Just tell them that your friend Artisimber, and I'm sure they'll allow you to have a conversation.
And where were they again?
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
And one final thing before I'm done, and I'll take questions. Can we see your hands?
Sure. Holds out his hands.
Is there a ring of winners on it?
There are no rings on it. He
Alright.
lives a very simple life.
You pass the test, buddy.
He just
Thanks.
Well, y'all got any more questions for me? I mean, I'd love to hear your input on traveling southward with me to Luskin so I can get away and, protect the people up here.
My last one is, do you know where I could find a clue?
No.
Damn. Alright, well,
I-
thank you.
I am going to cast. Oh, I don't know if this will work. Would it work? Yeah. I can make a color, small mark, or symbol appear on an object or surface for an hour. I'm going to cast Prestidigitation. I'm going to turn around before this. I'm going to cast Prestidigitation and make a blue paw print appear on just some religious relic somewhere.
Wait, hold on. Is that a blue paw print?
I don't know. Why don't you take a look?
I take a look. Is it a blue paw print?
Yeah, on the feet of one of the statues of Tyr, there is a blue paw print that is now showing up on the foot, and this gathers Cyric's attention. He goes, well, that ain't supposed to be there. Somebody's been graffitiing our temple again.
I immediately grab onto the foot. I'm like, okay, we have to bring these to the guys. I imagine the statue is much bigger than me, too.
Yeah, make a strength check. I just want to see what you do.
Oh god.
13.
It scooches a little bit, and you hear the grinding of stone, and then just stops.
Okay, alright, maybe instead we bring everybody to this.
If anything.
Kez, you forgot to tell me you're supposed to draw a picture of what the clue is on.
Right, so Ogilvy, this is how investigations work. When you find a clue, you don't tear it down or take it with you. You have to leave it in place so that you can see how it all fits together. What
How
you
can
do
I
is
prove that I found the clue, though?
what you do is you take that spell book that we gave you and you draw the clue.
That's a chest laser. This is me getting so angry that it just punches people when they punch me. That's a flower. Here we go.
This one's chest lasers in 3 different colors.
I can't really capture it too well. What if I gave it a chest laser?
Whatever makes sense to you. And I leave.
While this is going on, Cyric's come back with a bucket of water and a rag and is trying to wipe this thing off of the foot and go, it ain't coming off. What the hell is this?
I just lean into Cyric. It will be gone in an hour.
All right. I assume you're fucking with him.
Little bit.
All righty then.
We have to keep his mind active or he gets rambunctious.
Well,
like
if y'all got any more
energetic
questions or are willing to help me on my travels, just let me know.
Yes, we will. We will stop by once we reconnect with the others.
I found a clue.
I'm out.
I am in a happy jaunt behind Kaz.
Alrighty.
Did Did Kelvin's comfort manage to not get bombarded?
That's a good question. We will pass by there on our way back to the town hall.
But everything pretty much happened outside, except for one little area.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was mostly like near the walls.
Yeah, in the north, I think. Right.
All the way around town.
It'd be our luck that the only place with, super drinkable liquor is smashed to bits.
Super drinkable might be an overstatement.
It works so
super-
good.
Super effective.
Yeah.
As you travel back towards the town hall, you don't see any damage to Kelvin's comfort. It seems like it is warm, inviting, little rambunctious. Seems like a few more people than usual are going there, but all in all, intact.
Cool.
I'll meet back up at the town hall, with Danvers and Bearfane making their rounds, wrapping wounds, tending to the traumatized.
And then Kaz and me doing the traumatizing.
I'll find Danvers and Bearfane and kind of relay what we got from Sirac. And he asked us to help get him to Luskin.
You mentioned that there is a family in Waterdeep.
Yes, the Roaring Horns. He said some connection to magic people, so...
That's kind of interesting because Bearfane and I were asked by the speaker to deliver a letter to someone who was last known port was Waterdeep.
Just someone?
It's Captain Anirva Coldwater. She captains a ship called the Dancing Wave. We might be able to secure free rides if we deliver this letter.
Right.
Oh, by the way, guys, I found the clue. I found the clue.
What'd you find?
The clue.
What was
Did
the
you all
clue?
hear me?
I want to look around the town hall quick. Is there anything like some other kind of religious artifact, or is that blanket yeti in here?
Ogilvy, are those chest lasers shooting out of each of the toes?
Yeah, it was an artistic choice. Do you like it?
Kaz, in your looking around, it is just a giant hall, equatable
Okay.
to a gymnasium or something with a stage at one end.
Okay.
And the doors leading down to the prison cells, etc., etc. But nothing really religious here, just more of a general large meeting hall.
Okay. I'll save it then.
But apparently, the statue of Tia here, the real one doesn't have chest lasers, but the real one is the clue.
Do you think tear is the clue, or do you think feet are the clue?
Excuse me, I have to go lay down. My head hurts now.
I found a new game we can play with him.
This is fantastic. I have so many more questions to ask him about what the clue might be. Like, is it statues? Is it whatever the statue is made out of? We're gonna get some mileage
Oh
out
god,
of
my
this.
head! Oh, my head! Ugh.
Ogilvy, don't forget, you have to get 3 clues in order to see how they fit together.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. This is too much work.
That's the law.
Anyway,
There's a part of me that believes that this joke will run out of runway way before I get to the third clue.
So you were asked to deliver something to someone who left Waterdeep, so we don't know where they are at the moment.
Right. Well, first and foremost, I don't know about you, Bearfane, and how much of your resources you were able to allocate to this, but I've done about as much as I can here for the night. What if we went back to the inn and we were able
Right.
to discuss this, uh,
In the morning.
even over food, ale,
Or that, yes.
Firebeard's fire brandy,
Right.
Flamebeard's fire brandy, Firebeard's flame brandy.
Ogden Flamebeard and Flamebeard's Fire Brandy.
Yes, I'm
Advantage
quite
to medicine. I didn't have any spells other than spare the dying, and all the dead are already well past that. So yeah, food, drink, and a long rest before we do anything.
Yeah.
Are there any dead people in this hall? Or have they been taken out if they died?
They've been taken out. They tend not to hold on to the dead for very long.
Did I notice them treating the dead in any way?
Um,
Or they pretty much just scoop and remove?
it's scoop and remove. If you ever have heard about it, there's a town, I think it's in Norway or somewhere, where the ground is too hard to bury people, so they have to ship them southward to get buried.
Interesting.
That's kind of what they do here.
Cool. All right. To Kelvin's comfort?
Just make sure nobody screams too loud.
Oh, right. You have a headache.
So y'all make your way back to Kelvin's comfort, assuming you have nothing else you'd like to do at the moment.
Not there.
Nope, just straight there, and then we can discuss what we're gonna do.
Y'all make your way back to Kelvin's comfort, and as soon as you walk in, Ogden goes, "My friends, it's nice to see you again. I'm glad you made it."
We're happy to see you too. Our friend's got a bit of a headache. Maybe you could hook us up with a whole bunch of meat.
Well, how about I give you a complimentary glass of
No.
Flamebeard's Fire Brandy?
Yes,
Yeah,
It's
we'll
mighty
take it.
good.
We'll take it.
Ogilvy, it is medicine.
I heard what y'all did for the town, and glad to help y'all out with a little bit of fire brandy here and there, and
My brain.
you know, give you some meats. And first round's on me.
All right.
Very good.
I lean over to
take
Cass.
mine in my-
Even if Ogilvy won't drink it, I will.
I'll take mine in my room, please.
Well, there's a whole bunch of folks here who want to congratulate the ones who stopped the assault on the South Gate, so you might want to spend some time down here.
Nope, that's those three. I had nothing to do with it. Good night, everyone.
So as Ogilvy starts making his way upstairs, you guys are welcome to your conversation, and you see the Yeti blanket come in through the doors.
Before, as Ogilvy is walking away and I get a glimpse of the bottom of his boots, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to make a blue paw print show up on the bottom of his boot.
Oh, come on!
And hopefully he might notice it when he takes them off to go to sleep.
But y'all are welcome to discuss for the time being.
So we notice Bell something, Blanket Yeti.
Yes, Blanket Yeti. That
Beldora?
is
Um,
Beldora.
Bearfang, this is the woman we were talking about before who Denver's insulted.
Unintentionally. I think she thought I was propositioning her.
That is how she took it.
As a reminder, let me get to the right spot. She is a heavily bundled figure. They saw her loitering around the market. She seems like she is a haggard, homeless young woman. She wears boots that are much too big for her feet, and thick hide gloves. She smells of smoke and fire and is generally disheveled looking. You know, people know her well enough that occasionally they buy her a drink here and there and give her some food and generally take care of her. But she seems to be generally circling the perimeter of the bar, keeping an eye on y'all's group.
I just kind of pull out the open chair from where Ogilvy left. Just a soft gesture.
She's just keeping her distance at the moment, giving dirty looks at Danvers occasionally.
I don't think she likes you.
I don't think so either. When the people you said, so there's like guests in the tavern that like wanted to thank us and stuff. So like whenever the people come up to me and thank me and stuff, I very humbly say like thank you. I'm just doing what I can. Glad to offer assistance where I can. The real heroes were Sheriff Southwell, Deputy Brighthelm, and Sir Barrick.
Do you also know your name?
Yeah. I mean, I introduced myself to all of them, like happy to have fans kind of thing, but I sort of shuffle some of the accolades, onto the departed.
Right.
A couple of those people at the mention of Sir Barrick's name go. They stop you and go, "Wait, you fought with Sir Barrick?"
Yes, Sir Barrick fought valiantly.
Well, I would hope so. He was a member of the Order of the Gauntlet. Seems like
thought I recognized some of those symbols.
Seems like he saw enough in you guys to throw his lot in with you, even if it cost him his life. I'm sure that would carry some favor with the Order of the Gauntlet you ever run into him.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
Well, did he happen to clue you all into what he was doing up here?
Unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of time for niceties or conversation.
Well, if you'd like to know what he was doing up here, I'm more than willing to clue you in. Just buy me a drink and we'll have that conversation.
I am, but I have some business to attend to with my compatriots. Perhaps if you're still here afterwards, or I might catch you tomorrow. This is where I'll be staying.
Well, as luck would have it, so would I. I happen to be Bearhum Thelden. Bharrum, and then Theldan. He is a short, stout dwarf.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So once the three of us sit down, kind of eat a little bit.
When the food comes, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to flavor our food. So it tastes a little better.
You can tell that when the food arrives, it's, your general fare of meats and bread, nothing fancy, a stew is incorporated with it, but everything is heavily, heavily flavored with the fire brandy and flambe. Because you just keep hearing, oh shit, from back in the kitchen when the shit catches fire.
Just the occasional burst of heat from the back room.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's so comfortable here.
So this drink is also a fuel source.
I accidentally spilled some on my armor last night, and it also makes fantastic armor polish. I don't know how safe for consumption it really is.
Let's not overindulge.
But it gets a job done as I take like a big swig of it.
Again, that wonderful burning warm feeling in your chest happens.
I imagine it's very similar to when I use my breath weapon.
If you're tired of being cold all the time.
Well, Bearfane, I know you. Well, what was it that you said to the speaker when she asked us to embark on the quest? Said something about us leaving, if that was wise, right?
Just flavor from the time. I actually never said anything to her.
Jeez.
Good.
Well, I think if we're leaving and taking Serac with us, I think that probably alleviates some of the risk to the city. Maybe keeps the danger with us. I know though, Kaz, you weren't very excited about coming all the way up here on an errand to deliver a message,
No.
which is part of why I suggested to Bearfane and the speaker that we have a conversation as a group about what we wanted to do, because I didn't want to do that to you again if you didn't want to.
It just seems we gave up a month to travel here to just
Waste
say
of talents.
words. And then
But on the other hand, if another message gets us out of here, that's kind of what you want, right?
At this point. Also, too, I mean, you said Serac wanted to go to Luskan, right?
right, which is much closer, more reasonable.
Did he want to go to Waterdeep? I mean, there's we could ask in
Yes.
Luskan if Captain Coldwater's been seen, but if
Right.
not, then we can go all the way to Waterdeep with him.
Right, Serac wanted to go to Luskan to get a boat. He said he could be able to hire a boat himself
Okay.
to go to Waterdeep. I thought maybe at the port we might get lucky and the captain might be there.
Yeah, either that or
My question is, what happens if Zephyros isn't available to take us around? I mean, he seemed pretty willing before. I wonder
Yes.
if there's a way to get him to help us with these travels
I could ask him.
now.
we could try that. There was something that he said though at our parting that kind of stood out to me. He said that this was as far as he could help us.
That's true. He did mention.
I wonder if it meant that ride was a one-time thing, and if somehow he thought that was setting us on the course to somehow helping with this ordning thing, whatever that is.
What so what questions would we have for Zephyros? Would it be what is the ordering? And can you tell us anything about the Ring of Winter?
Yeah.
Well, I do remember something being mentioned about the ordning where it takes it back to, sounded like before the little people had gotten to where we got to. But I don't, it was pretty, what I remember of it is very vague. I may have been given a better description, but what I remember of it is very vague.
Perhaps.
Did we? Sorry, Kaz. Go ahead.
No, just perhaps if we could hear it from Zephyros.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Did we try asking Zephyros about the ordning when he first mentioned it?
Maybe.
I guess it never
feel
hurts
like-
to ask again.
Right.
It does kind of seem like all signs are pointing us south again.
On a side note here, what I have in my notes is a return to the primordial state of the world using giants.
And that was what The Howling
It seems
Hatred
to be
wanted, right?
the course of events that is trying to get them to the ordning. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yes, that was what the Howling Hatred was aiming for, was using the giants and their strength to return the world to a primordial state.
That's right.
I feel like
Yeah, some sort of prince, the heir of an evil prince or something.
That was involved with the
Fancy.
Howling Hatred.
yeah, that
Seabin.
was Van Seabin, the prince of the evil air elemental cult.
But I mean, we definitely know very little of the circumstances of the ordning itself, which would, as Kaz said, be something that we could ask Zephyros if we ever saw him again.
But we don't have to see it.
You keep saying that, Kaz. What are you talking about?
I've learned how to do something.
Care to elaborate? Or are you just gonna leave us in as much dark as we are about what the hell the ordning is?
I thought I was being clear. I can I can sort of have some limited communication with people I know, wherever they may be.
Oh, so you weren't being obsequious. You literally gave us as much information as there was. You could just talk to people.
Basically,
Okay.
on a limited
Oh.
basis, like I say something, they say something back, and then it's over.
Some sort of a ritual that is going to take some time, or
Oh, it's very quick.
Your talents continue to impress. I don't know what you guys think, but I think we need to prioritize trying to figure out what the hell the ordning is. I feel like we're just wandering around in a cave without a light, without knowing what it is that we're trying to. You know, if Zephyros thinks that we're destined to fix it, if the frost giants are attacking villages in search of something to address the ordning, like, we need to know what this thing is.
Do we know, was it just frost giants? Who was throwing the rocks?
I mean, I have to imagine it was cloud giants again.
So it might not just be. Okay.
It might be all giants. I mean, there's probably hill giants sacking some village somewhere looking for something to do with the ordning too. Mountain
Right.
giants or whatever, you know, destroying dwarven cities. Who knows the extent of this? Sorry, Bearfay, not to try to, like, you know, rile you up there. Just throwing out what ifs.
you're probably very correct in your assumption.
I would like to send a message
Okay.
with my last spell slot of the day to Zephyros. And I want to say Giants attacked Brinchander, looking for Ring of Winter. What is Ordening? What is Ring of Winter? Where might it be? Also, you poopin'?
You pooping?
He's gonna think I told you to say that.
I didn't say the last part. That was just magic.
You said that.
It's just for fun.
Roll a D100 for me.
Ooh. 82.
Okay. A short time later, you hear a response from him. That's a shame. Frost giants are irritable. Can't help on the ordning. Ring of Winter, Frost Giant Relic. No, I'm not pooping.
Well, Zephyros sort of refused to tell us about the ordering. He did say that the Ring of Winter is a frost giant relic. So it might be a matter of they think something was stolen from them, perhaps.
Nothing on the ordering, though.
He said can't help on ordering.
He needs help, but can't help us help him.
Right.
There's-
I would talk to him more, but I'm very tired.
Something strange going on. Like, I don't. He offers so much information and so little at the same time. Were we right to defend him from those Lord's Alliance?
Hard to say. I haven't spent time with giants before, so reading them is difficult.
Yeah.
He seemed straightforward, as much as he could be as a. He also seemed a little crazy.
Scattered, for sure. Alright, well, what do you say we take the day tomorrow to prepare? I think we're gonna have to figure out something with horses. If possible, I'd like to maybe take Henry, Lord Barrick's horse. I did kind of promise Henry I'd take care of him. You know, whether he understands it or not, who knows, but
I could explain.
if we can't be honest with the most basic of creatures, you know, where does that put us? So what do you think about taking the day to communicate with Serac and the speaker that will do these things and getting things ready to go, and we'll leave tomorrow, and then that'll give us an opportunity to lend any more aid we might be able to in the meantime. I know there was a lot more that I felt like I could have done yesterday if I hadn't spent, 3 hours fighting frost giants, to all of our own deaths and then back.
One of the biggest things that we're going to be doing for these people if we take Serac with us is we're taking the threat away from the town
Right.
as best we can.
Yeah.
It's going to give us other avenues of getting answers to these questions we have. Plus, if we can establish a good, solid chance of trans.
Yeah, I was lukewarm at first at the speaker's proposition for sure. But Kaz, when you said that Serac wanted to leave and head that way too, it definitely seemed like it seemed like the right thing to do.
Well, we need to find clues somewhere.
Right. Can you hear us, Bearfane?
Ridiculous.
I was just saying that I agree. I was lukewarm on the speaker's proposition at first, but when Kaz had told us that Serac wanted to leave, then, like you said, we're taking the threat with us, and it seems like maybe the best thing we can do to help Bryn Shander. All right, who's bunking with Ogilvy tonight?
Those goes.
No, I'll do it. I'll take some food up there, and maybe he'll sleep eat it or something. I can't imagine going to bed without having eaten was going to be helpful to that.
All right, I'm going upstairs.
As you're making your way upstairs, Kaz, you feel a hand land on the side of your arm, and it is your wonderful blanket yeti individual. She goes, "May I have a word with you, away from the rest of your vile compatriots?"
Well,
Absolutely.
I didn't do any propositioning.
So now she hates me and she's just racist against dwarves? Okay.
After what you have done in your cohorts for the town, I feel I owe you a little more transparency from before. I'm actually a Hopper agent here to keep an eye on the comings and goings of Rinchender. Um, as you know, we are. Why did my thing just boop at me? I am confused!
Jay.
Sorry, I put something in the chat that I didn't want to interrupt the scene, and I just did it. So my
Okay.
apologies.
And well, after what you've done to protect the people of the town, I figured that's the least I could do. I recommend that if you do all happen to be leaving, like you said, that you take the 10 trails southward through the mountains to a mining settlement known as Hundlestone.
Hundles.
There is a gnome named Thwip Ironbottom. He is a Hopper agent also, and he is a little more versed in the finding of information, and he may be able to point you in the direction of some more information on the giants and their history and culture. Let him know that I sent you, and he may be able to point you towards one in our organization who can give you at least a semblance of the information you seek.
That is very much appreciated.
And tell your Dragonborn friend I just have to keep up appearances, and that was the most fun I've had in a while.
As you say.
Well, if you have nothing else for me, I will get back to my duties.
No, be well.
She just waves off and shuffles her way out of the tavern and back into the cold, dark night.
Alrighty.
So, if y'all have nothing else you would like to do, you are welcome to your long rest.
Danvers, do you put the mattress on Ogilvy?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we should probably like say that stuff out loud so that the people listening to the stream, if anybody does, can be privy to that, because I don't really show the chat when we're playing.
Yeah, when Danvers heads into the room, there's just Ogilvy in the middle of the room, face down, boots still on. It's literally like he just walked in through the threshold of the door and then fell unconscious.
So Danvers carefully and quietly takes off Ogilvy's boots, takes the blanket, like the furs and stuff, off of the bed, and puts it on Ogilvy, and then, wondering if that's enough, just takes the mattress off and puts that on Ogilvy too. It's quite cold in here.
Because I didn't know what we were dealing with. Are we dealing with like we're actually in like a city in a Skyrim game and there's an actual like bed, however meager it is, or like outside of a city where it's literally just a bedroll on the ground?
No, as you guys were told, it is, a standard room. It's got a pair of beds, pair of nightstands, chairs, straw mattresses on a bed frame. It's, not anything fancy, but it keeps you out of the outside cold.
Mm-hmm.
And then before I, so like as I'm like doffing my armor and before I go to sleep, I like sit on the bed and I lay down and I sit back up and I look at Ogilvy and I say to him, with knowing that he's not listening, I say, I'll keep listening. And then I lay down and pull the blankets and furs over me, and turn away and go to sleep.
No, Kaz, I don't want to find a clue.
So with that, if any of you haven't taken level 6 yet, you are welcome to.
I did do that, but I did not take that long rest.
You get the long rest?
Yep.
Yay.
It's so nice. I have health again.
So if anybody needs any time to do that, just let me know.
I imagine in this case, Ogilvy is the first one to wake up.
Oh, yeah.
As I wake up, and I see that there's some resistance, as I try to push myself awake. I just go, did I miss out on a blanket fort? And thinking that's the case, I take all the chairs and I stack them around Danvers, put blankets up on top. They're like, there we go, now we're even. And I head downstairs.
Okay, as you head downstairs, there's Ogden there. He is still tending the bar as he never seems to leave this place. And tells you are a little more haggard from the day prior, and assuming that you drank a little too much upstairs because he kept sending cups upstairs. But they kept disappearing. It's almost like if you leave this alcohol laying around, somebody will pick it up and off it goes. He just gives you a nod and sends over a simple breakfast of toast and eggs and, again, all cooked in fire brandy.
That's the weirdest French toast I've ever heard of.
Prestidigitation to flavor out the brandy.
Oh, you're awake too now, Kaz.
I'm sorry, what?
I imagine since I went to bed first, I was also the first one awake.
Probably.
Yeah.
Around the time you're finishing pretending to eat the food, there's a loud clatter upstairs as Danvers wakes up, rolls over, freaks out seeing all the furniture on top of him just frozen up to the side. Wonders for a minute if he remembers that Ogilvy was asleep on the floor, and wonders for a minute if he just buried him under doesn't see him down there, slowly puts his armor on and gets ready to head down.
How'd you enjoy your blanket fort?
And it was a wonderful escalation of the blankets that I put on you.
Oh, were we not doing that?
Sure.
Okay, cool. By the way, just
I grab a couple pieces of toast and like pinch some eggs in it and throw it in my mouth and eat it. I know you didn't drink a lot of the fire brandy last night, but if you do, this is the perfect breakfast.
Glare of the dog.
Yeah.
Eat your eggs.
I'll just mutter something about beggars and choosers, and I just keep shoveling it in.
Occasionally some meat does show up.
here we go. There we go. I'm just down a ration.
Brandy-soaked bacon.
Yep. Everything's got a nice char and flambe to it.
So it's all
they're
Cajun, got it.
Yep.
While they mess around with that, I'm going to take out my crystal ball. 17 and a 9.
Oh, we get to do we? I have a question for you, Kaz. Is this a ritual that we normally get to observe?
Yeah, I have not been super private about it. Like I've done it
Okay.
at the breakfast table.
Okay.
I have like a crystal ball that's sort of like marbled, like milky white and crystal, And I take that out and sort of do a ritual where like I can see some stuff through it, and to you it
Oh.
probably just looks like me moving my hands around a ball.
Question, Kaz, did you see me finding a clue?
Yes, but I can't see what it is exactly.
Oh no!
It's going to be.
The last one hurt so much.
So are you upset that I don't know what the clue is, or that you find a clue?
I'm upset at the head hurts.
I think that's more to do with how tired you were from the giant fight.
Oh, you can see that too?
Sounds like you could use some more of Flamebeard's fire brandy.
We need to leave this place.
I just slap my hands on the table. No, I don't. I literally never have. Stop suggesting that stupid fuck idea.
When when Ogilvy said what he said about Kaz being able to see that he was just tired from the giant fight, Danvers actually like snorts a little bit of lightning on the eggs on accident. Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, that happens sometimes. You should see when I throw up. It's bad. Luckily when you get the runs, it's not the same. Can't even imagine how bad that would be.
I pull out my spellbook.
If you thought my voice sounded rough.
Now he's drawing an ass laser.
A butt lightning beam.
I guess where the protons go, the electrons have to go the other direction, am I right?
The what?
Oh, my head. Oh, my God. It's happening.
Was that the blips, the slips, and the whatever from Spaceballs?
Yep.
Ogilvy, we decided last night, hopefully you're amenable to this, that we would,
Yep.
Okay, yep, alright, so we need horses.
Why do we need horses?
Because we need to get from here to Luskin.
Oh, thank God. Let's get the fuck out of here. Well, come on already.
1 second.
Bearfiend just got down here, he's still eating.
Fine, I'll meet you with the horses.
Make sure you get Henry.
Who is that?
If he doesn't get Henry, I swear to God, I'm going back.
Yeah. We don't need to play out getting the horses. just tell me how much money I owe.
Well, if they're... Let's see here. Let me go to the right thing that I need. I'll be under this one. Are you just looking for standard horses?
Fast ones, because I want to get the fuck out of this town.
Fastest available at your.
Henry plus fastest available.
At your B2 stable.
Where the devil is it? I've lost my sheet. I don't know. What's the going rate for horses?
1 silver.
Carrots that you farmed yourself.
Let's find out.
If you can get the horse to follow you, it's yours.
I'm having a brain fart. And you're looking for riding horses?
Mm-hmm.
Not a house, you stupid thing.
I find that the looking horses don't help me get places any faster. Is that Mountain Dew or ginger ale? Oh, okay. couldn't tell if it was like the Mountain Dew color or if it was the Canada Dry color with the light.
Oh, okay.
So you're looking at about 100 gold pieces a horse.
A
For riding
horse?
horse. Yes, to buy a horse.
We do have 1,500 gold gemstones from the Frost Giants.
Okay, because I only have 195 gold on me right now.
Yeah, there's a definite markup up here.
Shouldn't have to buy Henry.
So you only need 3 horses.
Right. Once the rest of us get there,
Can I take one for the test drive and make sure it's door locking?
Lee was never seen again.
Make a persuasion check.
1. 2 minus 1.
No.
That's it.
I take out 3 of those gemstones that we got from the Giants and hand them over.
All right. He looks them over, goes, "These will do nicely." All right, 3 horses, your choice. They all pretty much look the same. There's nothing distinct about them other than difference in coloration, no difference in musculature.
I will, with my speech of Beast and Leaf, kind of say to all of them, we need 3 of you. Any volunteers? We're going to Luskan.
All of them step forward. None of them want to be here anymore. It's fucking miserable. You can tell they're not happy being here. It's fucking cold.
How much for all of them?
Well, that'd be, seeing as I got about 10 right now, you're looking at 1,000 gold.
I'm sorry. Back to the horses. I'm sorry. We can only take 3 of you. And
They're all still standing there.
And Henry. Yeah, I will take one that looks appealing.
All right, you all can flavor your horses accordingly. You all have a riding horse now.
Cool.
Oh, that's our second riding horse.
Mm-hmm. First ones you had to leave in Waterdeep.
Yeah, boarded. That's where we're supposed to return to.
I got riding horse from Waterdeep.
All right, Esro, let's go.
You already gave it the name, but you don't even know it.
Hey, if you don't like the name Estro, just buck me off right now.
Make an animal handling check.
Adjusted 20.
It does not buck at all. In fact, it does that little horse prance like it's happy.
At this point, I just trot off. I just do that. Staring right at Kaz.
I'm keeping track of all of my horses.
I am too. I put riding horse from Waterdeep and riding horse from Brinchander.
So I've got Tiny, stabled in Waterdeep. Henry, formerly of Sir Beric.
I've got Epinya and Espro.
I do not name my horses because they have no name that I could give them.
Guy that I can't remember what his name is. He's going to be getting his own arrangements.
Well, you haven't gone and talked to him. You've had breakfast. You've gotten horses, but you haven't just let Sirik know if he's going with you. You haven't talked to
we need to stop by the
Vessa, whether or not you're going to follow through with her.
We'll leave that one open-ended, but we will. Do we have the letter?
No,
not yet.
she said she was going to write it up that night. And
Right. So we should pick that up, and then we should go to the temple.
okay, you guys are directed after swinging by the town hall to. Let me make sure I have the right one. Be Fife. Hate having to find things on this because it all blends together.
If it helps, you didn't tell us what B5 is.
That's because you guys didn't go there.
Or B3?
There it is.
Nope, we just got 2, 4, 8, 7, and 6.
That's because you guys didn't explore the town at all. So
We were good.
B5. That is where you guys are directed when you swing by the town hall.
I hope we didn't miss something important.
It is known as the Speaker's Palace, and it is the private residence of the town speaker, which is Duvessa. Palace is kind of an overstatement for, what you guys know a palace to be. Compared to the other buildings in town, yeah, you could see that. It's fashioned by dwarves out of cut stone with a pitched slate roof and a colonnade in the front. The palace, it really kind of is out of place among the rough wood dwellings of Bryn Shander, and it looks like it has almost been magically transported there. As you all approach, a couple of the guards stop you and go, "State your business."
We've been tasked by Speaker. What was it again? I keep missing.
Duvessa?
Duvessa Shane.
Duvessa. We've been tasked by Speaker Duvessa to deliver a letter for her.
All right.
Hello, nice to meet everyone.
Give us a quick moment. One of the guards runs inside. A couple minutes pass. You guys are stuck standing out in the cold. And are motioned to come inside. You enter this foyer, and there's Duvessa standing there. She's in, more house clothing. The house is warm. It's well lit. Seems like the fires are kept at all hours to keep the structure warm at all times to fight off the biting cold here. She goes, "Well, it seems like y'all have taken up my offer."
Sure.
Yes. Yeah, we have.
We are going to try.
Yeah. Well, we have other business taking us south. So it makes sense. If it was only delivering a letter, we may have had to pass on the offer, but we like as I said, we have other business taking us down that way, so we will take care of this for you as well.
I do appreciate it.
Is it a matter of the delivery fee?
Yes. How does 50 gold apiece sound to you?
So we're taking a loss to do this job then?
Well, based off of the way you're looking from spending your time at Kelvin's Comfort, you may already be taking a loss for the day.
I'm sorry, that hurts my brain. What is she saying?
She's giving us 50 gold.
Okay.
And saying I look drunk.
Hey,
Oh.
Which is an overstatement, if mildly tipsy at best.
I hold out my hand for the gold.
All right, she hands out the small pouches of gold to each of you and stops Ogilvy and goes, "Ogilvy, by the way, my
Hello.
husband wanted me to make sure you got this." And she hands over a bottle of Flamebeard's Fire Brandy.
Oh. Great. Thanks.
Yes, he was a little concerned that you, with the amount you consumed the night before, you may have really enjoyed it and wanted you to have some for the road.
I will cherish this forever. As I immediately hand it to Danvers.
I'll make sure Ogden knows.
I greedily stuff it in my backpack.
He really has enjoyed y'all's company and is looking forward to your return.
Yeah. He was such a gracious host. I am afraid we'll never find customer service quite like this in our future travels ever again.
I'll be sure to let him know. He'll appreciate that.
Speaker Duvessa, I can't say when our travels will ever bring us this far north again, but just know that we wish you the best of luck with rebuilding from the bombardment and maintaining your livelihoods.
Well, I do appreciate that, and you will always have a place here should you return.
All right. Well, we should let you get off to finding a new sheriff. Everyone, shall we away?
Yep, we just gotta swing by the temple.
Come on, Estro.
All right. As you all make your way towards the temple, Sirik is there again, attending to his duties. You know, he doesn't seem like he was expecting a response from you guys. So as you all enter, he goes, "Well, morning, y'all. What can I do for you? You need a little more prayer? You need a little guidance from the gods? What can I do you for?"
Are you ready to set off to Luskan?
Well, I'm surprised to hear an answer so quickly from y'all. I wasn't expecting nothing. If you give me a few minutes, I'm sure I can get myself squared away and let the high priest know that I'll be on my way. I got some missionary work to be doing, and I'm sure he'll be more than amicable.
Do you have a
Very
ride?
well. Also, good question.
Yes, I have a pony named Bill.
It's a wonderful name for a pony.
I'm gonna look around. Is there a statue of one of the other gods?
Yes, there's a good number of the statues here. They're just in different states of positioning based off of stories of the gods.
I'm gonna cast Blue's Clues on one of them.
No. Oh, no, no. I didn't see that. I did not see that.
Well, you don't see me cast it, hopefully.
No,
Well,
I don't see any of these paws
Okay.
anywhere. Come on, Estro.
Ogilvy, why don't you have a look around the temple?
Nope.
I rolled a
Are you-
22 for perception.
Are you afraid of the gods, Ogilvy?
Yes, very much so. They will. I am the ant. They are the boot. Let's go.
This one would happen to be on Torm, the god of courage, and you can place it wherever you would like.
Is he holding a weapon or something?
Yes, he would be.
I want to put it on that.
Okay. I don't know what Torm would normally be carrying, but we can find out if we're that interested.
A big fat raging clue.
Depends if Ogilvy sees it.
Well, he's actively trying not to see anything.
Okay.
Ogilvy, there's something interesting on the pommel of Torm's weapon.
Is it a chest laser? Because if it's anything other than that, don't care.
It might be the opening for a chest laser.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it'd be a sword.
Okay.
So it does have a pommel.
So after a few minutes, Sirik comes back out. He is in his traveling clothes. Still very basic, very cold weather. He goes, "All right, I'll go grab Bill, and we can be on our way."
All right. Ogilvy, are you sure you don't want to take a look around the temple?
You've already seen the horse off in the distance.
He left very quickly.
At this rate, I bet he's got about an hour on us by the time we get out of the city.
So, as things are progressing, we shall take a break right there for 10, 15 minutes, whatever we need, and get back to it.
Okay.
About what? That'd be 4:10.
Sure.
All right. See you on a little bit.
See you on the flip side of that 10 minutes.
Hey guys, if you ever want to watch this the way that Blue's Clues was originally watched, just find this YouTube video and play it once a day for 5 days straight so that you can find all the clues.
10, 15 minutes, water, food, whatever y'all need.
Also, Scott, what's our second sponsor for the week?
Our second sponsor for the week is I don't
I'll
know.
tell you what it's not. Switchfoot, famous for never giving us any money ever. In fact, taking hundreds upon hundreds of Scots dollars.
I mean, I don't know about taking. Accepting? They accept many of my dollars.
Yeah, and all they did is make sounds
Good sounds.
with their mouths, with guitars, with drums.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take a sound, Scott.
I don't know what to do with that.
All right, cool.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, great timing. Everybody but Corey came back at the same time, and now there he is!
What up?
Todos los dias.
Did you say all the gods?
No, he said Dios, not Dios.
That too.
And he said all of the days.
I need to probably plug in the lamp because it's going to be dark soon.
I have a lamp and a ceiling light turned on.
I don't like using my ceiling lights
Why not?
in the camera land. I just don't. So I
Whatever
have a
works
lamp.
for you. I have a lamp because my ceiling lights aren't good enough because all it has is fucking candelabra bulbs.
I use
I
lamps
need
because my
light.
apartment didn't come with ceiling lights.
I've been there. My last apartment had the light in the bathroom, and I think that was it. The light over the stove.
And the light inside your refrigerator if you just decide to leave it open and run your bill up.
That's true.
And one in the closet.
I could turn off the cold, so it's just a light.
That seems unnecessary.
I know what you're thinking, fat fuck. We're not doing that.
Did I fire 5 bullets or 6?
Nope.
Ow, my heart.
So, as we return, our intrepid adventurers are leaving the town of Brunchander, heading southward for
Some faster than others.
some faster than others, to avoid Firebeard's fire brandy.
As we set off, I say to Sirac, do you know the 10 trails that go to Hundelstone, the mining settlement?
Yeah, it's right on the main path southward. I mean, if you stayed at the trails, it's not too hard.
Perfect, because that's the way we're going. I assume it's on the way to Luskan?
That would be correct if you hang a eastward path. Why do they even give me this map? This is stupid. I'm gonna kick you guys over to the other one. So,
There we go.
Yep.
Oh,
so
yeah.
up at the north there.
It's pretty much right on the way.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so there's Hundelstone, and then if you start heading eastward, you can make your way to Luskan, or there's Fireshear, or Ironmaster if you are interested. So, as you guys are venturing southward for the day, is there anything you all would like to do? Any conversations to be had? Any discussions? Taking that as a no, can I get somebody to roll a d8 for me?
Ooh. 2.
2.
You
Right.
won.
2, 2, 2, 2.
If this was a rage, it would allow us to teleport.
Ooh.
But it's not a rage.
Like with
As
the, like in accordance with like the blink spell, or like similar to that.
Uh, You teleport up to 30 feet in an unoccupied space you can see. Until your rage ends, you can use this effect again on each bonus action.
Nice.
Yeah.
I need to adjust where you guys are located. And I forgot to grab Dumbfuck.
Never met him.
Hey, his name is Surat. After the booze.
Move you guys over, and I will let you guys place yourselves in whatever order you so choose.
I'll be in the front because I left first.
I'll be in the middle. Which way are we going?
You are currently heading southward on this map down a number of switchbacks.
Switchback is the super group formed by members of Switchfoot and Nickelback.
Wow.
Is that really a super group?
Depends on how much Switchfoot influence there is.
I feel like you just made Switchfoot worse.
I know.
So as you guys are moving, let me make sure of something. I need one more. So you guys are moving down the switchbacks. Damn it. I have a glare on my screen at the moment. Give me a second. Apparently the cat decided it was in its best interest to fuck with my lamp.
You have very mischievous cats.
Yes, I do. You're a bunch of idiots. Alright, and I need passive perceptions. So everybody notices that as you guys are moving down, there are two large cat-like animals sitting in the snow waiting for you guys to round the corner. Oh, wrong thing.
We see this before we're around the corner somehow?
Yep. You basically catch a glimpse of them as you guys are coming... There. That's in the wrong spot anyways. Coming down, you catch a glimpse of these two cats burying themselves into the snow.
Okay.
So you're aware that they're kind of just sitting right there waiting for you guys to round the corner.
I would like to dismount Esro.
I'm going to, in Speech of Beast and Leaf, hopefully, say, it's
Don't do
Trying to
this.
figure out
We
which
can
text.
definitely kill you.
just kind of loud. It's too bad we had to kill all those big cats, and not a scratch on us after.
Let me see something. I need to know the exact wording for this.
Yeah. Roll an intimidation check.
Intimidation.
Okay then. You say that, and you see no movement from these things. They are still sitting there waiting for you guys.
Tell if they are buried in the snow for warmth or for ambush.
Well, there is one idea we could try.
Bearfane, make a perception check for me.
21.
You make note that they're doing that kind of cat butt wiggle that they're waiting to ambush.
Do we ever want to try to do the plan called Do It Better? Like, one of us, I'll volunteer, comes out, and they'll come out and be like, "Ah, we ambushed you," and then I'll be like, "Hey, look over that corner. It's first light," and then you guys will come down like Gandalf, saving the day.
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation and just like make sparks pop off around us.
Okay. Make a intimidation check for me.
That is a nat 20. Plus 2.
Okay. That happening. Seeing that, these two basically, I hit the wrong button. Start hauling ass this way. Cut back around here.
Seeing that this is working, or seems to be working, I'm just every few seconds, I'm just going to keep casting that.
Okay. Knife.
Don't mind the sparks, Ogilvy. They are from me.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank
And
you for letting me
harmless.
know.
Okay. Let me check something. All right, let's see. All right, so feel free to move yourselves forward as you see fit.
Oh, 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 oh.
Actually, let's roll into initiative just to make this a little easier.
So, oh,
Holy shit.
this
Natural
had-
20.
I rolled a 1, so.
I beat Kaz.
But I got a +1, so it's a 2.
I
That means
beat
if we fight
Kaz.
anything, if we fight anything, I just wasted a natural 20. on
Clap, clap.
my horse checks.
And Ogilvy.
All right, so I started here where Danvers is. So
What'd you roll?
21.
Kaz.
2.
All right. Bearfane.
Did you not get me?
No.
7.
Right. And Danvers.
I got a 12.
Need to get on the right sheet. So first up would be Ogilvy.
Yeah, so I started where Danvers is. So 5, 10, 15, 20 of my horse's 60 feet of movement have been used. So here's 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And that's my turn.
Okay, Danvers.
I would like to. I'll go, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to go right there because I kind of want to stay in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of like moving forward and off to the side to allow Kaz especially to like stay between me and some other people and Sirac too.
Okay. And then, coming from around this corner here, bursting out of the snow, 2 more of these cats pop up. They are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 35, right there. He is going to move. Let me see if that was enough. Oh, wrong thing. That would have been enough to do that. And he is going to make a claw attack at you. He's going after you, Ogilvy. And that is going to be a 16 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay. And math rocks. That will be 10 slashing damage, and I need you to make a strength check.
Strength check or saving throw?
Saving throw. Strength saving
Okay.
throw. My bad.
Okay, I don't have advantage on this by being a barbarian. That will end up being a 14. 8 plus 6.
Okay. You managed to prevent yourself from getting knocked prone off of your horse.
Okay.
And this one is going to climb up this way and go 5. And then it's got a 30-foot climbing speed. And that would just make it up there. And be able to end, goes there, right there. So Danvers, this one is going to make a bite attack at you.
Okay.
And I bounce that one out of the box. That is a total of 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Right. And that will be 10 piercing damage.
Wow.
And hearing these two start combat, these two idiots are going to return. They made a saving throw against Kaz. They're going to use...
Can I use my reaction to do Hellish Rebuke on the one that bit me?
I don't see why not. If you're allowed as a reaction.
That is what it is. So it's got to make a Dexterity saving throw.
That is a 15.
All right. So it saves. So it's going to take half of 18, so 9 fire damage.
Right. Alrighty. That rolls us into Bearfane.
I want to dismount.
Okay. That'll take half your movement. We lost you again.
Maybe try it on your computer.
Well, if we need to stop to sort technical issues, I'm okay with that because I would rather have it be enjoyable for everybody due to a lack of technical issues.
Right.
Because technology is a pain in the ass. So, what do we say? We take a few minutes.
Yeah, we can wait a little bit, see what he comes up with.
If you want to stay in touch with your dad, Corey, and see if he's just getting too frustrated and we need to stop, that is fine as well.
Okay.
Because, well, if he's going to be frustrated to the point of not being able to enjoy it, I'd rather we stop so he can.
Right.
Logic tracks.
Because it definitely seems like he's getting there. And I can't blame him. So anybody else have any exciting plans for Sunday?
I was going to say Tottenham had sole custody of the EPL lead, but they drew against Crystal Palace and wasted an opportunity where Liverpool drew against Fulham.
No idea what that means.
It means that out of all of our soccer teams, Scott's got the only one who is winning their league.
Well, that sucks. For everybody but
Like
Scott.
outright. Yeah, just like uncontested lead.
Yeah. 4 points up, baby.
Mm-hmm. Now, I did watch the first half of the Norwich City game last night on ESPN Plus.
I've got good news for Corey that'll make him happy.
What's up?
I'm actually taking vacation and time off.
Hey, look at you go.
Hey!
When?
I start a half day tomorrow,
Okay.
and I'm off all the way through the 29th, I think. I'd have to
Oh, wow. Nice, dude.
because I set it up where I'm not taking vacation on the weekends because I get those off anyways.
Right.
Mm-hmm. What are you going to do with all that time?
I'll lose my damn mind. Yeah, my last day of vacation is the 29th.
Hey, at least this time when you're home and off work, it's not being trapped in a
Sure.
room.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least you won't have to discipline your kids with a iPad.
Yeah, so I get essentially 2 weeks off and using 10 days of vacation to do it.
Nice.
That's
good.
usually how it works.
Glad to hear that you're doing that finally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's use it or lose it, so
Exactly.
I can't sell it back for money.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting a half day of work tomorrow or I'm done at 11.
Nice.
And then I call in sick on Tuesday and then call in and let them know I'm using my floating holiday on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thursday and Friday is vacation. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week is vacation. And then Monday, Tuesday of the following week is vacation.
So what I'm hearing here is Mike's free for until 2021.
Just about, yeah.
Neat.
I only have a week of stuff until I'm free until 2021.
Oh yeah, you get like winter break off, right?
I get like Christmas Eve through New Year's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just have to figure out another week, and then I'm on winter break.
But this week should be my last week of like real work.
Yeah.
The couple days next week shouldn't be much of anything.
Real work? What's that?
Well, in as much as what I do is real work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same here.
Scott's major job is to make sure that coaches have lots of wiggle room.
And to tell them when they're fucked up.
Because coaches like to wiggle.
Mm-hmm.
Wiggle when they walk?
You know, like Scott has to go. Is like, hey, you can't tell kids that we offer majors the school doesn't have.
That actually has happened before.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no, that's happened at Ferrum before, and I was in the room, and I did tell him, like, hey, like, just so you know, you can't get an engineering degree here at Ferrum.
So, I mean, in the coach's defense, in my case, he didn't know that we didn't have that major.
Mm-hmm.
But the kid was still surprised when he tried to apply and was like, where's this major you told me about? But what kind of kid applies to a college before like looking at the school's website and seeing what the majors available are?
Yo. You want to know why? Because I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I just knew I didn't want to go to Northern.
Right, but did you not look at the available majors on the website?
Mm-mm. Not even a little bit. I
Really?
stumbled into athletic training.
No, I know that part. I feel like when you did your like college stuff, you would have been like, I wonder what the possibilities are.
I didn't
Nope.
look. I just knew that Jay said that ISU had a good athletic training program, so I was like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Interesting. But,
Come on,
yeah,
Scott. Not all of us research and meticulously plan for things.
Just one of the various ways. We are not that similar.
I'm
Yeah,
a super
I
fly by
built
the
a-
seat of my pants person.
Yeah,
I mean,
build
I am
a plane
only-
as I fall from the
I
sky.
guess-
Come on.
I like plan, but then I don't like follow the plan.
Yeah, that's why I just stopped planning. I wasn't going to follow it anyway.
But having a plan or like knowing at least what possible plans might be is it makes me feel, comfortable.
All right, so Ogilvy started off with a fictional headache. Just saying plan over and over is giving me an almost real one.
Words lost all meaning. So I
Yes,
texted him, but I haven't heard from him yet.
Hey, Scott, what's today's third sponsor?
Today's third sponsor is Norwich City FC.
Oh, you actually have some of their gear?
I got a
Oh, wow.
package from Inglaterra recently because I got excited and bought some stuff. And it was free international shipping if you spent like £30.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I got
Um,
I got the awesome
That's really cool.
scarf, and then I got a couple shirts and like what else? What did I get? It's over there. I don't know.
Now, to let you know, there is the classic soccer celebration, and it is literally just put your fist in the air and shake them just a little bit. and then you just freeze. There we go. Yeah, see, you look like you've kicked a ball. Yeah. Also tied for a third sponsor today is McLaren Motorsports. I left my McLaren mask down in my car, but thanks to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, they took third in the Constructors' Championships, earning them £4 million, $6 million towards the construction of next year's car.
Nice. He did text me back. He said he's working on it.
Okay.
I don't know if that means working on getting unfrustrated or working on the tech stuff, or both.
All right, so if that's the case, Scott, let's call it Cthulhu. We're trapped in a hotel room.
Perfect.
That was amazing. I have never seen someone double clutch a story so fast. I think it's awesome too that, like, what is this, 2.5 months later, we still remember the ending hook for the next short arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were trying so hard to do and we lived happily ever after. And then Scott's like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
LMAO.
I do need to get that planned, though.
You
If
never
it just
know when
ends up
you
being
bail,
us inside a
bail one of
giant
us
game of
out.
mousetrap.
Well, I mean, that's essentially what it is.
It's a game of Don't Wake Daddy.
Well, I need to have you guys roll your skills,
Oh yeah.
skill improvements.
Mm-hmm.
How do I do a do?
And I think I'm gonna give you a bonus if you like succeeded on stuff a lot. Let me pull up my keeper rulebook.
Well, the funny thing is, success rate had nothing to do with it. If I tried spot hidden enough, I was gonna get better at it.
And I was still better at it than you.
Yes, you were.
Let's find this.
I mean, now granted, I was the only one that just directly improved a source stat by just saying that nurses were the backbone of the medical community.
Mm.
Telling the truth got me improved stats.
I don't remember what page it was. I forgot my document open. That's the one.
So Scott, remember how I got offline at like, what was that, like 1:30 yesterday?
94. Something like that.
Till I go to bed. So I started watching Endgame, and I was like, I'm pretty tired. I should take the dog out. And then like the cold air woke me up, so then I wound up staying up till like, I don't know, 3:15 watching Endgame.
That's relatively similar to what happened to me because Darren got off a little bit after you did.
Okay.
And then I was like, I'm going to play for like 5 more minutes and then, call it. And then that's when I got into like the extended like plot hook that's like the in-between acts thing.
Yeah.
And like 2 hours later, I was like, oh, now I'm exhausted. But I needed to get through that entire thing.
It's hilarious that you're watching Endgame because I was watching Marvel's The Avengers with Carly.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I Endgame was the movie that I missed because of my car troubles on Friday. So I didn't get to finish watching, the MCU at the clinic, and I couldn't just like watch most of the movies and then not get the conclusion,
Also,
right.
did they do chronological release date or storyline order?
We did not do release date. We did chronological order, so the timeline. So starting.
Yeah. So Ant-Man and Ant-Man of the Wasp were after. Or I'm sorry, no, Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardian Galaxy Part 2 were like back to back to each other.
Correct. Yeah, Part 1, Volume 1 and 2 back to back right before Age of Ultron.
Yep.
roll a d100 against your skills that you succeeded on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say if you succeeded, like, let's say 5 times, does that sound appropriate? I don't remember how many times you guys were doing stuff.
Let's see.
I'll give you a bonus on the 10s if you succeeded. I feel like 5 sounds right, but
5 would be very, very fine.
I
'cause
had
I want you to have some of the bonuses, but I don't want you to just all of them.
I had 14 spot hidden successes.
And that one came up a lot, so that makes sense.
10 intelligence, and then less than 5 for the rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I think 5's a fair line.
Okay, let's do that then. So you roll the 100, and you want to roll higher.
Higher this time.
Yes. Because the idea is if you're already good at something,
Yeah.
you can get that much better very easily.
Okay, that makes sense.
But if you already have if you roll over 95, it's a success, regardless of if you already are over 95.
Okay, so there's automatically a 1 in 20 chance that you're fine.
Improving.
Mm-hmm. That it is a success beyond luck.
And then if you succeed, you roll a d10, and that's what you add to your skill.
Oh wow! So you
Oh,
can succeed
nice.
and only increase your skill by 1.
And I'm gonna say if you are in that 5 or higher category, you're gonna get advantage on that.
Okay.
So I feel like you guys went through a lot.
I mean, we ate a lot of protein.
And then the last thing is if you go over 90%, you're gonna get some sanity back.
I might need written instructions or something.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to do it like with
Live?
everybody. Yeah.
Oh.
You could do it like now, or in a week, or in a month.
Yeah, I'll need to listen to all those episodes because
I can
my
also.
PDF did not save.
Oh jeez.
But let's also be real here. I was eventually going to listen to that anyway.
Okay.
It was fun.
It
Mhm.
was.
Like, there's something about the low combat expectation of Call of Cthulhu that even though it's still the same like bones to it, it feels like there's just so much different things it's designed to do, and it was kind of like fun to be in a world that was like just similar enough for you to be like, all right, cool, like let's focus on the story, but not everything was automatic.
Yeah, it was fun because it like I felt like it like blurred so many lines and like merged so many worlds, right? Like we were able to use our D&D acumen to help us grasp the engine quickly. And then I also obviously really loved the use of the real world, like informed by history story, to kind of like ground that in reality and make it approachable and like also fantastic at the same time.
And also that Edison was a cult leader.
You like that?
I mean, it's probably true.
I like it because he was probably kind of a bad guy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't mind making him the bad guy. Plus, he was like the big name, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I figured I wanted to try to make it either Edison or Tesla is bad here. Or maybe both.
All right, he just texted me back. He said he gives up. He's done.
Okay.
We'll call it for the day then.
Fair enough. Ugh.
Well, I appreciate everybody making time for it, even though we had to cut it short.